Hello twin flame friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte with Happy Twins 1111. Thank you to all of those of you that joined me for last night's new moon meditation. If you missed it, the video is still public. You can go and do that retrospectively. The new moon actually falls in Europe today. So I did actually cater for the US time zone by doing it live last night. But for those of you that are in Blighty like me, you can still do that again tonight, or go ahead and do it anytime you like. Thank you so much thank you so much to all of you for all of your love and support recently. It's been really overwhelming. It's so exciting to see my channel grow. And don't forget that I've got a big giveaway running at the moment. I announced it on my video the other day. There is a link to that video in the description box below if you would like to enter the giveaway. I'm giving away $311, but you need to go back and watch the intro on that video so you can get the instructions of how to enter, because you need to comment and like on that particular video, and those will go in a pot and I will announce the winner tomorrow. Very excited. And of course, remember, I've got some classes running at the moment. They're almost sold out. I've been very humbled by the response from you guys. So if you would like to join in, if you'd like to join the self-love revolution, start learning about how to heal self and others, then go and check that out on my website, happytwins1111.com. But I'm going to get straight into this read today. As you know, if you're a subscriber, I did a poll to see what kind of reading you prefer. I'm sorry I didn't get it out yesterday. It was a hectic day. But most of you asked for the what do I need to heal reading. But because it was such a close call between that one and how is your DM feeling, I thought I'd pull a couple of extra cards today to give you a quick peek into that as well. I've also sorted out the oracle cards and everything, each pile before we start, just to save a bit of time so you guys don't have to watch me shuffling for ages. So the piles are on the thumbnail. Go ahead and choose which one you want. I'm going to put these ones up here out of the way. And if you're interested in knowing which decks I'm using, what crystals are on top, you can find that information in the description box below. So let's go ahead with part one. What do you need to heal, part one? We've got the Holly Simple Tarot for you. We've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Five of Pentacles in reverse, the Five of Wands in reverse, the Ten of Wands upright, the Nine of Swords in reverse, and the Page of Wands upright. For oracle cards, we've got light, support, home, divine timing, be bold and make a first move, manifestation power, books, and the divine masculine. So what do you need to heal, part one? Just tuning in, see what we're getting, see what Arthur's saying as well. Okay, so there's definitely a trigger for you that's come up recently regards rejection and equal give and take, reciprocation. So having safe boundaries, not being taken advantage of. And this is probably something that goes all the way back to childhood, where you were taught in the family environment and your social environment to please others. So you really need to focus on this particular trigger, this particular aspect of your healing that you have to give to yourself first. And this feeling of rejection, of feeling left out in the cold, of wanting to rid yourself of mind games and, you know, the 3D push and pull kind of dynamic that can often exist in this connection, that really needs to be resolved. Certainly releasing the rejection trigger is going to allow you to release a lot of anxiety. You don't need approval from outside of self. And remember, your twin runs for a reason. They run to trigger those feelings so they can be brought to the surface and transmuted. And certainly in terms of this, you know, lack of reciprocity and the give and take, you just take on such a burden for others, and you've got to be prepared to do for self first before you do this for other people. You're allowed to say no, and you need to learn to say no. And I understand how hard it is when you're trying to reinforce boundaries, particularly with family or friends who've, you know, been part of your life for a long time. They really rail against such changes. You might be subjected to guilt trips, you know, some shaming of, but I really need you to do this. I really, really need your help. You have to learn to say no. There are lots of people who won't respect your boundaries. And I know that's uncomfortable if you've been conditioned to please others. But you have to get used to that. You have to learn to put yourself first. Because there will always be someone that, there's those people that you give an inch, they take a mile. And when you say, no, I'm really sorry, I can't do this for you right now. I'm really sorry, I can't see you at that time. Or I'm really sorry, I can't help you with that. They'll come back with things, but I really need you. Or I really miss you and no one else can help with this and I really need your help. But those people have to be accountable and take responsibility for themselves. It's not your job to do that. Obviously, if this is your own children or very close family friends, but if this is an ongoing problem within your relationships, it's one that you really need to address. And this is something you could see playing out in your twin flame connection as well. In terms of being rejected and these feelings of rejection, I do feel like you're beginning to release this now. There is a lot of anxiety surrounding this. So rejection is definitely a big trigger for you right now. And you need to remember that is something you have to purge. And a lot of people ask me, is it really possible to not feel rejected? It feels like such a normal human emotion to feel hurt, upset or sad when someone else doesn't meet our needs, expectations and so forth. I can promise you that it's absolutely possible not to feel that. This is one I've worked through myself, and my twin he really likes to vanish. He really does. And I don't react the same way I used to. It doesn't bother me anymore. I think as you get further forward in this journey as well, you learn that they do always come back and that separation period serves you both. So I can only share from my personal experience that I genuinely feel very relaxed now when this happens. I did have a big rejection trigger and I actually posted a video about it. You guys will remember that have been watching a while. That was quite a long time ago and I've not felt that burn since. But this idea of rejection and, this is really bothering you at the moment, and it's something that you have to focus on releasing, because you don't need to be sat there worrying about, oh my God, does he really like me? Oh my God, does he think I'm an idiot? And, should I have sent that message? Should I have sent this? When you surrender and accept, it's about surrendering and accepting what is. This is what this divine timing card is about. You can't really do anything wrong. Everything happens for a reason. They're always going to return. It could be in a week, in a month, in a year, but it's always going to cycle back, because that's what this journey is about. And that those separations and those brief periods of where there's lack of communication, or even the longer periods, they serve you both. They're allowing you both the space to work out your own karma and to focus on your own healing. So you've got to get to this point where you don't mind if he doesn't reach out or not, or she doesn't reach out or not. And that is entirely possible. Once you're happy within yourself and in union with yourself, you don't need anything from your twin. So it's an incredibly liberating place to be when you can just say, I'm cool with whatever happens. And this is what you're really being pushed towards. There's also some past betrayal indicated here that needs to come up in order to help you resolve this. This is probably a relationship you've had where betrayal was a significant problem and it really burned you. And of course, you've now got all of these defenses and fears that you're carrying over into other intimate relationships, including your twin flame connection, about, will I get hurt that way again? Betrayal is the worst pain. Certainly if you've been through that within a long-term relationship, I know how I have, it's a pain I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. It took me a long time to release the fear of rejection and abandonment and loss, but you can do this. And by sitting with the pain of that previous relationship, really working through it in your mind, and also being able to look back now with gratitude that you're in a better place and you were released from that relationship, this should help you transmute some of the pain that still lingers and creates these trauma filters through which you're still conducting yourself in relationships. Again, the Five of Wands, this is really about releasing the need to play games and to stick with that 3D reality. I know this came up in one of my other piles this week. It's under the Page of Wands, which is that fiery, flirty, banterous, very immature energy within a relationship, which does exist for a lot of us. It takes a while to get out of the habit of, well, I can't text him because he hasn't texted me back, or he took 3 days to text me back, so I'm going to take 6, or he's not giving me the attention I need, so I'm going to block him and cut him off. These are all things that are actually designed to take back control. And you don't need to be in control. You have to release control in this connection. That's what the divine timing and the divine plan teaches us. You don't actually have any control. Nothing you do is going to make him behave in the way you want, other than healing yourself. So it's not about trying to control him, about trying to get reactions from him. It's about just focusing on yourself, so you don't actually care. That's where your power is. You'll still care about him, but you won't need any communication. You won't need him to behave in a certain way. That's what unconditional love is. So you're really being called to acknowledge that. You need to embrace your light, and you also need to reach out for support. And I know that's really hard. If you don't have any friends on this journey that are also twin flames that can truly understand what you're going through, then join up my networking and support group. It's on Facebook. There's a link in the description box, because meeting other divine feminines that are in this boat is really going to help you. I don't know what I would have done without my twin friends in those darker moments. They really have been not only a catalyst for my healing, but just a tremendous ongoing support. With the greatest will in the world, I can't support you all one-to-one with this. So you do need to reach out. You need to create your own soul tribe, and get that support. And don't be so insular. Don't be such an island. We all need somebody. And expressing ourselves consciously in the 3D, especially when we're getting a lot of 5D guidance, expressing it consciously really helps to integrate the 5D guidance we're getting. It really helps to get another perspective. Even it's not so much about getting the advice that's coming back, it's having someone listen, because as you express yourself in the 3D, everything begins to slot into place and make more sense. Ultimately, you have to trust your own judgment first anyway. So it's not about getting advice, it's about getting support, having friends that are willing and ready to listen, and you can share your journeys together. The home and divine timing card, home is a number 8. I'm really guided it's come up over light, opposite light. And of course, these cards are all reversed. These are things that you need to release so that you can return home to the light, so that you can be at peace, you can be happy. This card is a number 8, the number of infinity. This is about coming back home, finding your way back to that happy place, trusting in your own instincts, trusting in divine timing. We've also got be bold and make the first move. So if you've been thinking about reaching out to your twin, but you're apprehensive about that, this is a really powerful sign to do exactly that. Manifestation power. You have to become aware of how powerfully you manifest as a light worker, and that even your negative thoughts, feelings and expectations will manifest. So you have to be really clear about what you want. It's no good to say, I really want this, but I don't think it will happen. That's contradicting your intention, and it's going to confuse the message you're sending out to the universe. They're going to deliver exactly what you asked for, whether it's misguided or not. So it's really important that you're very clear in what you want and setting your intentions, because you have natural ability to attract the desired outcome. So you have to be really aware of how your thoughts, feelings and expectations are impacting your opportunities to heal as well. This could be the case of, I really want to heal, but I don't know how. Replace that with something positive. I want to heal, I can and I will, and every day, in every way, how I need to heal is becoming clearer and clearer. That there is manifesting what you want, okay? It's acknowledging you don't know how to do the healing, but it's also affirming the intention that you want to, and you're prepared and ready and willing to allow that healing to take place in whatever way that guidance reaches you. So just be clear when you're, thinking about what you want and how you want to move forward, and be careful not to use negative words, phrases or statements that are going to confuse what you're trying to manifest. We've also got books, and this is a very clear message. It says your life purpose involves reading, editing, writing or selling spirituality-based books. This could also pertain to any kind of writing. It might be a blog, it might be writing readings on Instagram or supporting people in the written word. There's a lot of... sorry, I'm just getting this because it's coming through at a rapid pace. there's a lot of need right now in this community for people that explore this journey from an academic perspective, that are able to gather research data and start really communicating from a research-based, very pragmatic approach. I know when I first discovered this journey, I found that lack very frustrating. If this is something you have the ability to do, if you enjoy writing, if you're good at research, if you're good at presenting your ideas, theories, philosophies, then this is something you should get stuck into, because there's a real gap in the market for that as well. Now, finally, we've got the Divine Masculine card. And in terms of coming up as what you need to heal, I'm thinking that first and foremost, you need to balance your masculine and feminine energies. But also, for me, this is coming up, it's about trust and faith. Trusting in your masculine strength, trusting that he's going to do his healing and his part of the journey. There's nothing you can do to control that. You need to let him to take on this journey in his own time, at his own pace. Stop trying to teach him, stop trying to guide him. You've said enough. He's got all the tools and skills required to move forward now. You need to be really patient with him. And you definitely need to focus on balancing your own masculine and feminine energies. So that card's quite right. We're going to pull 3 cards just to see how he's feeling quickly. We've got the King of Pentacles. We've got the 7 of Cups. We've got the Hanged Man in reverse. And we've got the 8 of Swords. So this guy's feeling a lot more stable, a lot more abundant. He's probably been not communicating for a while he gets himself straight and sorted. And he's weighing up his options right now. He's not ready to surrender to this journey, surrender to the healing. He's still very much trapped in his own self-limiting beliefs as far as the connection's concerned. But, he's certainly feeling more worthy. He's certainly doing the work to move forward. He's just not quite there yet. With the 7 of Cups, I have to be really honest with you. He really is weighing up his options and he's just not sure how to move forward. But 7 is a divine number, and he's avoiding that divine guidance with the Hanged Man in reverse. And of course, the 8 of Swords reminds us that he's really up in his head with this. He's trying to rationalize it. He's not quite able to see through the veil yet and take on the spiritual kind of aspects of this connection. He may be feeling very overwhelmed by that right now. But we've got the 10 of Cups there, so overall, and this is coming up with the King of Pentacles, which can be the card for that very masculine, nurturing energy. The King of Pentacles is the best husband. He's the most stable, the most considered, the most grounded, and he takes care of his family. We've got the 10 of Cups here. So there's 2 rings on this card as well. And we've got the Empress. So that's really powerful for feelings. No matter how much his mind is telling him right now that none of this makes sense, he's not ready to confront it. He's still weighing up his options. He's not surrendering. He's still trapped with his self-limiting beliefs. Ultimately, he can't shake the feeling that he knows you're the one. He knows you're his Empress. And we've had the Divine Masculine card come up as well. So this is a really powerful and beautiful reading for you, Divine Feminine. Do let me know in the comments down below what you thought of that and if it was helpful. Oh, sorry, I'm really panicked because there's a man at my door and I wish he'd just leave the parcel there. I don't know if he needs a signature. Let me just text my daughter and tell him to come. Oh, these interruptions. Right, she can go and do that. Okay, so going into my big fat giveaway, description is in the link below. Check out my classes and you can book a private reading with me at happytwins1111.com. I'm absolutely loving the classes. It's super duper empowering. Join us in the self-love revolution. I'm determined to help you guys move forward on this journey to heal self, to develop self-love, to help heal one another. So go and check out my classes on the website and I will see you next time, part 1. Okay, part 2. We've got the Lunar Soul Tarot for you. Let's see what's here today. We have got the 10 of Pentacles. We've got the Fool. We've got the 7 of Wands. We've got the 9 of Swords. We've got the 7 of Pentacles and the King of Wands. We've got sexual energy, perception, romance, connect. Goddess, listen to your intuitive feelings. Balance spirituality and practicality. And the silver waterfall. So this is really beautiful. What do you need to heal? Divine Feminine. My gut feeling for you is there's a lot of anxiety centred around family and the family home and the family situation at the moment. This is anxiety that you've carried with you since childhood, relating to stability, relating to security, all of those kind of base level needs that we need to have for comfort and peace of mind. So a lot of this will relate to practical stuff as well, you know, actually the security of your home, paying your bills, having everything you need, and you know, that kind of stable, supportive, familial environment. And I feel like for there to be a tremendous amount of anxiety for you at the moment about this goes way back to childhood. You know, this is a fear that has been with you for a very long time, and I'm picking up as well just this fear of lack, which is holding you back. You've got to trust that the universe will provide for you, that they'll meet all your needs. There's also an indication here that you may be stuck in an environment with a family that's not safe, comfortable or secure for you right now. This could be a karmic partner that you're not sure whether to move on from or not, or this could be that you're striving for that and you're worried you're not going to get it. So the Ten of Pentacles also can pertain to, you know, the happy family card. It could be a case that you don't have this and you're having sleepless nights about, you know, is time running out? Will I be able to secure this dream life that I want for myself? But the Fool shows us that you need to really start over. You need to create a new beginning, and you need to begin investing in your future from a positive, productive and optimistic perspective. Perception and changing perception is really strongly indicated here. The Seven of Wands as well is saying that you're very defensive right now, that you've got barriers up that don't serve you. And, you know, we develop barriers over time, that they're wired and programmed in childhood to protect us. But the subconscious mind doesn't have the critical factor. It doesn't always know why it creates these triggers to protect us. So some of them really don't serve our highest good, and you're really being called to look very closely at what it is you're trying to block or defend yourself from, because it doesn't serve you to do that. We have to acknowledge some hard truths sometimes, and we also have to let the barriers down so that we can allow what is, so that we can learn from that. So there's some kind of block with you. Because these are both Wands cards with the King of Wands, I'm feeling this is a spiritual block as well. And Wands is also, of course, sexual energy, which has come up here as also a number 7, 2 and 5. So one of these blocks for you is in the sacral chakra. This pertains to some kind of sexual trauma that you've still not released, possibly related to a male figure within the family as well. It could be, if it's not necessarily sexual trauma, some kind of sexual addiction that you're kind of afraid of slipping back into. So either way, there's definitely some work you need to do here, which you've been defending, blocking, relating to your sexuality, relating to your sacral chakra. But you have to begin again. You can release this anxiety surrounding the home. You have to start over and trust that you know how to do that. The Seven of Pentacles, and we've got a lot of 7 energy here, but the Seven of Pentacles really reassures us that when we sow the seeds, we can expect a successful harvest if we have faith. But it's like this quote I posted on Instagram last week: you don't pick the fruit on the day you sow the seed. This is also a card about patience and developing patience and healing that part of yourself that gets frustrated and wants everything now. You're also being asked to connect, and there are 2 divine feminines in this card, and for me this is about connecting higher and lower self, of trusting in love, of having faith in this union. You see the 2 masculine feminine forms of the snake here rising up. You've got to trust. You've got to trust in this connection. Trust that it will work out for the highest good in the end and that you can have this happy family. But you've got to stay firm, optimistic, and release any anxiety, because that's blocking you manifesting what you really want. And your perception as well, we've also got this yin and yang and this growth, this being grounded. So your perception of this connection, you know, needs to be balanced. You need to balance your masculine and feminine energy. This also relates heavily to this sacral chakra blockage you're working through. We've got under here, Goddess, express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. And this for me really affirms this Connect card. This is about starting over on your healing path, you know, and understanding that it's about going within and taking that leap of faith and trusting that spirit will catch you. You're being asked here as well to listen to your intuitive feelings, that your body's receiving accurate messages from the divine, but that you're not listening, you're not paying attention, and you have access to all of this guidance, this beautiful, magical, nurturing energy and all of these intuitive qualities, but you're not tapping into them. And there is a need to balance your spirituality and practicality. This is full moon in Pisces. You know, Pisces, I'm a Piscean myself. Pisces energy is very dreamy, and sometimes we forget to ground what we want in reality. So you may spend a lot of time thinking about what you want, but you're not taking any tangible action. You know, you need to affirm and start, you know, intending and taking action to move you in the right direction of where you need to be, and trust the intuitive feelings that are coming through for you and guiding you in that direction. The silver waterfall is about protection and cleansing. This is from the True Love Tarot, and there's a really beautiful guided meditation relating to this card, where we literally stand under a silver waterfall and we allow the silver water to cleanse us completely, to relieve us of any tension and anything else negative that needs to be released. You know, in this card we have birds, parrots, they look like they represent communication. We have the swan, the symbol of love. We have a lot of butterflies, which represent change, transformation. So you definitely need to spend some time clearing self and releasing. The moon is waxing at the moment now. With a new moon, it's going to start to get bigger as it moves towards full. So it's a fabulous time to set intentions and to clear yourself of anything negative that may be blocking them. So we're going to pull a few cards as well to see how your DM is feeling, because that choice was a close second. So we've got the Queen of Cups reversed. He's feeling very unworthy right now. He's not loving himself. We've got the Six of Wands. So he's certainly had a spiritual breakthrough, and with the Five of Cups in reverse, he's releasing regret, disappointment, and anxiety. With the Queen of Swords, he may be wanting to communicate with you, but it's not. It may be somewhat platonic. It may even be a little bit guarded or cold. He's not feeling very good about himself, so his ability to be flirty, fun, friendly. I'm going to keep that one. So we've got messages of, you know, any of a flirty nature just aren't indicated with this Page of Cups reversed. We've got the Queen of Swords here as well, but we've also got the Queen of Wands in reverse. So, you know, that's not feeling like he's ready to come forward with any offers at all. He's still working on releasing some kind of disappointment, rejection or regret. But he's now trusting that he can be victorious. There's a chink of hope here, even though it's not fully integrated with the Star reversed. So you just need to give him some space at the moment. Again, trust in the journey. How he's feeling now isn't representative of how he's always going to feel. And this is about him, not you. This is about him not feeling worthy, him not allowing love to flow. His heart chakra is probably blocked at the moment, and he's very much in his head about it. He probably is recognizing some of the truth, but you can see here this hand is up, blocking out the noise. The truth is down here, and then there's all of this noise and confusion. So he's just not sure how he feels. He has a desire to be victorious in this connection. There's a cup here that's bejeweled and represents, you know, big emotion that he wants to share, but he's just not optimistic about how this is going to work out. And of course, if he's been moving through a dark night of the soul, if he's been feeling really rough in himself, he's not going to be feeling particularly flirty, fun, and kind of creative about how to move forward. There's definitely a lack of communication from a loving perspective indicated. Again, don't take that personally. Trust in the journey. So I really hope that helps, pile two. So again, please don't go and enter my big giveaway. You can find the link to that video in the description box below. It's the video titled What is Blocking Your Connection? All you need to do is like, share and comment on that video to be in the runnings to win $311. One of you out there needs that, and I'm very happy to be the person to deliver it. So go and get entered if you need that money. And of course, if you would like to book a private reading with me or join in some of my classes to join the self-love revolution, start working on your own healing and healing of others, you can join me in doing that at happytwins1111.com. Right, pile 3. See what we've got for you. We've got the 7 of Cups. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. We've got the 6 of Cups reversed. We've got the 3 of Pentacles. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and we've got the Ace of Swords. We've got feminine energy, reunion of souls, power, communication, heart chakra, crystals, communication is key, and soulmates. So this is a really beautiful set of cards that's come up for you, pile 3. But I'm picking up in terms of what you need to heal that there's an incredible, I don't know what's wrong with me today. There is an incredible amount of indecision for you. And I'm guessing this is because of a karmic situation that you're still stuck in. For some of you, this might mean a work situation that you're trapped in and not sure how to relieve yourselves. But there's just an incredible amount of indecision about how to move forward, what choices to make. With the 9 of Pentacles, though, you're definitely feeling a lot more grounded, abundant, and better. But with this Ace of Pentacles, you're reluctant to make a new start independently. The 6 of Cups reverse indicates that you're just not certain about this connection. And this, I think, is where a lot of the indecision is coming from. You're thinking to yourself, do I really dismantle my whole life for this person when I'm not sure if this is a real kind of connection with them? Deep down, you know the truth. We've got the Ace of Swords upright, but the 6 of Cups, indicates that there's some uncertainty there. And again, with this Ace of Pentacles reversed, there's a lack of motivation here to move forward independently. Even though you're able to do that now, you're a lot more grounded and everything's moving in the direction you need it. You could safely do that now. But I feel like for a lot of you, this is about not releasing this relationship. Or it could be not releasing a job and going at it alone, because power is indicated here in feminine energy. So with the heart chakra, there's definitely, this is related to a love matter as well. This is a big, big heart issue. So you have to release that which doesn't serve you, not for this connection, for yourself. And therein lies a huge lesson on its own, is that if you're thinking, I don't want to leave this relationship because I don't know if this is a real twin connection, I don't know if my twin's going to be there to support me, or if that reunion of souls is going to pan out, you need to, and remember, this is a 7, this reunion of souls card. 7 is also the number of the divine. But in this card, we see her really procrastinating over all these different cups. Which one should I choose? You need to do this for yourself, not for your twin. So you need to disregard the idea that you've got to be certain that he's going to catch you or that there's definitely going to be a relationship there, because you don't need that. What you need to do is embrace your independence, embrace this 9 energy, your feminine energy, and, do this for you. Do what's going to make you happy. Embrace this new beginning. And you do need to trust. This lack of trust with the 6 of Cups reversed has been reaffirmed here with reunion of souls and soulmates. So you really need to trust that this journey is true. The connection is true. You already know that truth. You feel it deeply. We've also got communication is key, which is new moon in Gemini. This is a twin card in itself. Gemini is the twin sign. So you really, really need to trust. You need to trust in the journey, but you need to take these steps for yourself. That, there's a strong attachment or codependency streak indicated here, because that fear of taking that leap independently is because of that attachment. Can I do this on my own? Yes, you can. All you need is you. You're strong enough. You've got the power. Okay, communication has come up twice here, so this is really important, and you've got to communicate honestly with all people concerned, including with yourself, and certainly reaching out to your higher guidance. But communicating with your twin for me is very heavily indicated with this reunion of souls and soulmates card coming up, and this one really does indicate beautiful transformation with all of these butterflies here and lots of healing. Your heart chakra is definitely blocked, so you're not giving and receiving love in an open way right now. And the answer that you're seeking regarding your twin, regarding this situation, is in your heart. So a lot of this is about learning to trust self, about digging out all of those aspects of self which force you to doubt or question self, and about addressing those directly. Crystals, the energy of crystals supports you and helps you with your present situation. So certainly I feel like you've already been indulging in crystals, that you're already enjoying the healing energies of the beautiful stones that we have access to. And, you know, there's a lot of power in that for you. But this definitely has to be a time of embracing your divine feminine energy, because you've done so well. I feel like you really have, you know, through sheer determination, hard work, and lots of healing, moved yourself into a much more grounded space where everything seems to be flowing a lot more beautifully for you. Now it's just about taking that leap of faith and making those decisions for yourself, not for your twin, but trusting that that connection is true. Communication. Be honest. Communication sets you free. So it's possible that you have a blocked throat chakra here as well. There's a lot of blue in this card, and that you need to start communicating authentically and trusting that you're not going to be rejected, abandoned, and so forth when you do that. Communication really does set you free. So whatever it is you've been trying to say, you know, now is a good time to do it. Let's get some cards as well for how your divine masculine is feeling, because I know that it was an almost equal split on the poll. So we've got five of cups reversed. We've got Queen of Wands. We've got the Tower. We've got the Two of Wands. We've got the Six of Wands. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So your divine masculine is going through a very tumultuous time. He's not in a position to make any decisions right now. He's not in a decision to come forward and make any offers. He's not in a position to be there for you. He's definitely having his own Tower moment. That with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this is either related to a wife or karmic partner that he's been in a relationship with for a long time, which is crumbling and coming to an end. Or this could be some kind of stability or practical work issues in his life that are also massively disrupted right now. So he's definitely having a Tower moment, which is distracting him from this connection. He's working through his own grief, his own disappointment. He's not able to come forward, but he is, you know, holding hope and faith in this connection. But he's not healing right now. You know, he's not connecting with spirit, he's not acknowledging the signs, and he feels very powerless in terms of how to move forward with you. And the guidance for you is to remember you've got the power. And it might be that you need to communicate some reassurance to him, and to just remind him that you're good, you're in a really good place, and that, you know, keep the lines of communication open. It doesn't have to be deep, but he's not in a good place, and he may need your support as a friend right now. He's definitely feeling powerless. He's not acknowledging the spiritual signs and connection, and he's not ready to go on that healing journey within himself, because there's just so much going on for him. I'm going to get one more. Yeah, he's feeling pretty hopeless about his 3D circumstances. So again, don't internalize this, don't take it personally. This is a reflection of his current 3D circumstances, not of you. But the feelings are there. He wants victory. You know, 6 is the number of love as well. He wants that. He wants to move things forward, but he's dealing with his own stuff right now, and you've got to lovingly allow him the space and time to do that. So I really hope that helped pile 3. Thank you for tuning in. If you would like to join my big giveaway, you can find information about that in the description box below. It's just one of my other videos. You just need to go and comment, like, subscribe there, and you're in the running to win $311. That money's got to go to someone, and it could be you. So go and check that out. If you would like to learn with me, join some of my classes so you can help develop your own healing practices, learn to heal others. Or if you would like to book a private reading with me, you can find me at www.happytwins1111.com. So I look forward to seeing you again soon. Okay, pile 4. Let's see what we've got for you, what you need to heal. We've got the Queen of Wands. We've got the Ten of Wands. We've got the Nine of Swords in reverse. We've got the Two of Swords. We've got the Magician in reverse. We've got the King of Cups in reverse. We've got struggle. We've got honouring your energy. We've got it gets better. Structure. If you get nervous, focus on service. Sacral chakra. Nothing will come of this situation. Void of course moon. And we've got two of these because two fell out, so I'll pick them both. Worthiness and spiritual maturity. This is super duper interesting in terms of what you need to heal. So for you, there's a big chunk of doubt over your spiritual abilities and the spiritual aspects of this connection. I feel like intellectually you've kind of come to terms with the idea of what a twin flame is, but you're massively questioning your ability to connect with spirit, to be a spiritual being, to be a light worker. And it also feels like a massive burden to have to focus time and energy on this aspect of self. It's almost like, you don't know where to begin. You've never seen yourself as psychic or a light worker. Or it could just be that you believe in other people doing that, but now that the spotlight's on you and you're expected to develop your own spirituality and your spiritual practices, you're just not sure of how to move forward. There's a lot of indecision about how to move forward, and there's a lot of anxiety about whether or not you actually have this power or gift or ability. With the Nine of Swords in reverse, and the King of Cups in reverse as well, there's a big release of anxiety happening at the moment, because I feel like you've been very much a martyr in this connection. Your emotions have been out of control. You felt unbalanced. This is probably very out of character for you. I feel like when you're grounded, and perhaps before you entertain this connection, you were very good at managing your emotions and about, keeping things grounded and your emotions in check. But I feel like you felt somewhat out of control, and this has caused you a dramatic amount of anxiety. It's been a real struggle for you, and this is a transitional phase, so you have to trust that it will pass, and it does get better. In this sign, we've got these 6 hands reaching out for this heart, which is taped together with a band-aid. You've got to trust that healing can happen. You also can trust in your spiritual self. You are the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Spirit. You don't need to question that. Okay, I do firmly believe that every human being on this planet is born with innate ability to connect to spirit, to connect with their higher senses and their intuition. Certainly as a twin, your light, your ability to do this is going to be dramatically enhanced, just like some of us are born brilliant athletes, brilliant musicians, brilliant writers. As a twin, you're going to have a predisposition to being really good at light work, at spiritual and psychic work. So you can trust this, and you can trust in your own power. We need to reverse this magician energy, so you're realizing your own power and that you're seeing it as fun. You want to be inquisitive about this and curious, and just flow with whatever feels super interesting and exciting for you. It doesn't have to be a burden. It shouldn't feel like hard work. So if it is feeling like hard work, you might be looking in the wrong place to connect with your spiritual leanings. But certainly this feeling of being out of control emotionally needs to be balanced. It's causing you a lot of anxiety. I feel like you're constantly worrying about this situation at the moment, and you need to honour that energy. I feel like putting some structure in place to help you ground and balance. So meditation, even if it's 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, is really going to help you. And, these cards are really telling. We've got worthiness and spiritual maturity. You've got to bust out any issues that are still hanging around relative to self-worth, and you've got to trust that you can grow spiritually, that you can ascend towards the light, that this is what you're meant to do, and that spirit is ready and welcoming you with open arms. In terms of nothing will come of this situation with this void of course moon, I'm feeling like this is a dramatic fear that you have, that you may have already been investing yourself spiritually, but you've got this deep lack of unworthiness and deep lack of faith in self and your own ability. And this card is also very revealing. It says if you get nervous, focus on service. Put your entire intention on answering the question, How can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. So you don't need to be nervous. You just need to throw out that question and trust the guidance and intuition that comes back to you. With the sacral chakra here, this has come up. If that's blocked, that's going to block your feelings of drive, creativity and passion to move forward. It's going to block a big chunk of your spiritual self. You're guided here to be very careful about your sensitivity to chemicals, additives, processed foods, medication, and other people's energies right now. You need to avoid harsh energies, situations, relationships, foods, or medication. You need to really clear your space. But make time, focus on structure, create a space within the home where you can relax and unwind and give that time to yourself to focus on your spiritual growth, to honor your energy, and to start releasing any issues relating to self-worth, because this anxiety you're feeling and this unbalanced emotion, this feeling of not being able to keep yourself contained and in check, of being a martyr to others, not just your twin, this all boils back down to a lack of self-worth which comes from childhood, and you're ready to release this struggle. That's what this number 5 shows us. In this card we see this fish swimming upstream, and it probably feels like, I'm getting a lot of water energy in this deck as well. You may be Piscean, you may be Scorpio, Cancerian. But if you've been feeling like you've been swimming upstream, you just need to let go and go with the flow. You don't need to struggle anymore. By honouring your energy and honouring your own growth, it's just a natural fluid path that the divine guides you on. And you can release any doubts you have about nothing coming of the connection with your twin. The best thing that's going to come out of that is union with self, is connecting with your spiritual self, your higher self, so that you can finally relieve that struggle, so that you can be balanced, so that you can find peace and joy and love in your life, with or without your twin. That's where this journey takes you, okay? It's really powerful. So let's have a look at how your Divine Masculine is feeling. I said I'd pull some cards for this as well, because the poll was pretty much neck and neck. So how's he feeling right now? So we've got High Priestess in reverse. He's feeling disconnected. He's not trusting his own intuition. The Eight of Swords really confirms that. He's really trapped up in his head, trying to rationalise this. Lots of self-limiting beliefs. We've got the Queen of Swords in reverse. So he may be angry as well. It's possible that there's been some kind of conflict with you two. We've got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, because he is in this place. He's not able to start planning a way forward. He doesn't feel grounded. But the Seven of Cups, he doesn't know what decision to make. He's very confused. The Ten of Cups is reassuring though. This anger he's feeling, yeah, we've got the Five of Swords there. So there's definitely been some kind of conflict that he's a bit bitter about. He's still holding a grudge about that. But deep down, he wants that Ten of Cups with you. That's the card of union and everything being okay. You can see 2 rings on this card. This is about commitment, longevity, and moving forward in a really, powerful, united way. But he's not trusting his intuition. He's trapped in these self-limiting beliefs. He doesn't see the way forward yet. We've got these swords blocking these thorny roses. It feels like, love could bloom, but it's scary. He could get hurt, and he just doesn't know which way to choose. He doesn't know which direction to move in. He's not even started planning that yet. So you may find he's detached, he's holding back, he's not communicating. Harsh words were said, and he could be in a bad place with that. But ultimately, deep down, he still wants you. He still thinks about union. You just need to respect this time that he needs. And we've got the 8 of Wands here, which is about rapid incoming communication and forward movement. So chances are you're going to hear from him very soon. He's going to want to talk to you about moving forward. This can also mean travel, a trip, or moving towards something else. In fact, let's clarify. What's he moving towards? A decision, to making a decision. That's the 2 of Wands. So this is really positive. You just need to be patient with him right now. He's working stuff out. He's unbalanced. He's ungrounded. He's confused. He's not trusting himself. He could also be a bit overwhelmed by the spiritual aspects of the connection. He needs time to make sense of this. But that communication, that change is coming. Okay, thank you, pile 4. Again, please like, share and subscribe. And do check out my giveaway. The link to that video so you can enter is in the description box below. If you would like to learn how to heal self and heal others, you can join my classes. You can find them at happytwins1111.com. We're learning how to connect with our guides, which is really powerful and very healing. There are some testimonials about that on the website. it's been such a beautiful experience in the last class. The students that took part are so happy to have had the chance to work with them and share that part of the journey with them. And I'm excited to share it with you too. So go and check those out. And I will see you all tomorrow when I will be announcing the winner of the big giveaway. Thank you so much. Have a great Thursday.